Hi guys, it's Robert Powers. Today I have a friend's pair of shoes here, and he's going to describe a problem in a second. These are a pair of beautiful Allen Edmonds Park Avenues, cap-toe Oxfords in Chile, and my friend here, Hayden, has gotten all the best of, the correct different products that he should to keep these polished. The sapphire, this is a softer cream polish, this is a brown paste wax, and then also the mirror gloss. This is what you use to create a spit shine like that. Look at that, it's awesome. Now I'm going to show you, well, I'll let him describe the problem. Go ahead, Hayden.
Yes, hello. So this pair of shoes, I'm very proud of the color, and I'm very proud of the toe cap and the glassage that I've managed to get here. However, on this shoe, as you notice, the toe is a little darker, and actually the shoe is a little darker too, and the toe cap is not quite as polished, and in fact, as much as I polish it, it just seems to get darker and not take the polish as well. Therefore,
You want to point out the area?
yes, just so here, about the size of a tuppence coin, an American quarter, you can see there's a little sort of, it just looks like it's not taken the polish correctly.
If you look at the, I'm going to try to get in real close here. If you actually look at the texture, okay, you can see on the outer areas it's smooth, but then if you look on that dull area, do you see the texture changes? And the leather, the way the leather comes, it has pores in it, and that's the way it looks before you build up layers of wax. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on. It looks like to me just like it's not taking the neutral wax, so it's not building up layers. Then I think this dark area is a result of either the brown, one of the two brown polishes, it's not sticking here, and then it's building up too much out here, and I think that's what that's creating. So I'm going to strip it down, and I'm going to see if we can get these two to match. I think the rest of the shoe, other than the toe cap, I think they look beautiful. So we'll see what we can do here. I'm going to cut the video, and I think first thing I'm going to probably try and do is strip this off. I'll be back. Okay, and what I'm doing here is I'm using the Sapphire Renomat. This is like a solvent, I guess you could say, but it's designed to remove stains, buildup, and even old polish from shoes. It smells pretty bad. I don't know if you can see the difference already. And it just takes a lot of elbow grease. I'm really just trying to take all of the old polish off, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's not all off. The gloss is gone, and that discoloration is almost gone. I think there's still some brown polish I still have to pull off. And you see, I don't know if you can tell, but if you touch the rag, you can feel that the wax, is coming off. And all of this is just from pulling that off. So there's clear and brown that's coming off. So we're working on stripping it down. It's not totally even yet. I still can see some there, but we'll cut back in, and I'll try to get it all stripped off, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I wanted to show the progress, and I think I'm almost happy. There's no more discoloration, I think. Maybe just a slight bit, maybe just go a little bit more right in this area. I think there's still some dark brown left. Just wanted to show you the cloth though. All of this was just from the shoe, so almost there. I'm going to keep going a little bit more. So here's a good side-by-side comparison, and again, this shoe has a proper spit shine on it, and I have not touched it. This one now I'm happy with, and I've stripped all the color back off. Now if you look at it, it's not 100% even. And by the way, this is something that I was kind of talking about with the owner, with Hayden here, that it shouldn't necessarily be 100% even. Because remember, this is full grain calfskin leather. So this is basically not corrected grain. So this comes from the skin of an animal, and they are, I believe, stained, by hand. So what that means is you're going to have natural changes in the tone and variation, which makes it more beautiful. So they should not be perfectly even. And another point here is, especially when you start to do this, what happens is you're going to highlight every single flaw. If you have a car with an incredibly shiny paint job on it, it's going to highlight every flaw and every ripple in the metal and the bodywork underneath. So it's kind of the same thing here. So, and remember, like right now, I am literally about 8 inches away. I'm trying to measure with my hand here, about 8 inches away from the toe cap. So we're looking at, the toe cap of the shoe from 8 inches away, which nobody is ever going to be doing when you're wearing the shoes. So, you know, nobody will ever see them in this detail. So I'm going to go and polish the shoe and see what the result is. I'm going to go and build up the layers of polish here first. For the polish, what we have here is Sapphire, best polish you can get, Medal d'Or. And this one, the color is medium brown, you can see right there. And this one's got the little pop tab. Pop it open. And this is different. See, this is a mirror gloss. So mirror gloss is just, you know, for creating the extra high shine on the toe cap. This is more like a traditional polish. You can see quite a bit of it was used. So I'm going to go apply this. So some polish on there, and I already put one nice coat in. I've got some distilled water here in the lid, 1 drop. And it's hard to do this, believe it or not, and videotape at the same time. Just 1 drop on there. Okay, and I'm gonna rub. I'm not gonna videotape this whole thing. There's other videos other people have on how to do a spit shine. The water, well, anyway, there's other videos on it. The water is just going to help to speed up this process and create a higher shine. So I'm going to cut back in after I put a few more layers of polish on. Okay, so here's some of the progress. It's not perfect. I don't know if you can tell, but there's still an area. I am covering it and closing it up, but there's still an area right in the middle of the front there. It's really not taking the wax as easily. So I don't know if there's something on the surface or in the leather where it doesn't want to accept the wax, but I think I'm going to be able to get it. I'm just going to have to keep being persistent. And right now what I keep doing is putting on more and more of the Sapphire, the mirror gloss. So that is the neutral paste wax that is designed specifically to build up the clear. Okay, so I don't know if this is showing up very clearly. There's still an area right in the middle of the toe cap here, kind of right in here where the wax doesn't seem to be adhering very well. The technique that I found that is kind of seems to be working is taking the Sapphire mirror gloss, just a little bit of it, and then putting it on over that area, right? And then taking a drop of water, putting it on there, and then speed without very much pressure at all. Like I can't touch it any lighter. And then I'm just building up layers after layers very lightly on there. And that seems to be working. All right, I'm getting happier and happier with this. Again, just taking a little small dab, a little bit of water on my ring finger. Building up a little bit of a layer. Adding a little water to it. Speed, not pressure. And I've done this at least a dozen times, you know, just like that. And that spot has been covered. I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to cut back in. It's not quite up to that one. What it really took, by the way, to get it back up looking like this, it took a lot of work. My shoulder's actually sore, okay? So I used the Sapphire Mirror Gloss Medal d'Or. This is actually my first time using it. It is much harder. I think this is much better at building up a gloss quickly, but I found out at the end I actually wound up using the neutral Pâté Deluxe. Okay, I wound up using this. I used both Kirby Allison's Hanger Project. This is a super fine polishing cloth, and it's very interesting. It is very, very fine. But for the very end, I actually wound up using my, you know, cotton t-shirt. I will say this, the reason I wound up going to the finishing with the softer wax and the cotton t-shirt is just I think I had better control, and I think this filled in some of the little, I'm going to describe them as like divots, because I removed all the wax. Can you see, for example, right in this area here? It's not perfect. I don't know if it shows on the video, but you see those pores? Okay, that's what I was really trying to fill in. You know, this one still has probably more wax on it, so all those pores are gone. So anyway, I'm probably getting to minutia here that you know, we're getting really off the deep end. But point is, for some reason, the wax wasn't really adhering. I think maybe there were oils or something coming out of the leather. and wound up stripping it all off and redoing it, and now got a beautiful shoe. And I'm going to take these into my infamous laundry room. Okay, here I am back in the laundry room, my infamous laundry room here, which has great light, and I think I'm happy with the shoes now. They are not perfect, but you know what? I don't think it's going to be possible to get them perfect. You can see there the color on the left shoe, okay, on this one here, is actually slightly, ever so slightly darker. And it's not as even. I think actually what happened is I probably didn't get 100% of the excess color off. I did scrub really hard. Maybe I should have used alcohol, but I was worried about using alcohol because I didn't want to take off the factory Allen Edmonds finish. So that's why I didn't go past the the Sapphire Renault Matte and use alcohol to try and take off more color. So I think this is the best result because, you know, being a little bit quite not aggressive enough is better than being a little bit over aggressive. You know, and I think that's the trap when you're doing some of this kind of stuff. I've seen it in body work with cars where you just want perfection, want perfection, want perfection. And, you know, that's why you'll see like a, you know, $3,000 paint job on a car versus a $10,000 paint job. There's not a whole lot of difference. It's just that pursuit of perfection. It can kind of drive you insane. And I think sometimes, you know, it can, in my books, fall into the category of materialism. So that splotch is gone. You know, the whole toe cap now has gloss on it. And there's some variation in tone and color, so I think it's beautiful. So I'm going to call it a success. And again, remember, we're like 8 inches from the shoe here, okay? So leave some comments, see what you think. Hopefully this showed up, by the way, because I don't want some people to think we're nitpicking. When we started, I don't know how well it shows up in the video, but there was actually a spot that really had almost no gloss on it. It was like the wax was not adhering to the shoe. So I hope that we conveyed the problem and the solution. So I think really the key was patience, putting small layers of wax on in a very slight bit at a time, very light pressure, very, very light pressure with water. And then once I got the area covered with initial coat, then I was able to layer more coats of wax on top of that. So I'll catch you guys later, and thank you for watching.